Yolanda Jackson, reporting live on another shooting. Unlike any other shooting involving today's youth, this was done by the hands of a police officer.
And Lil Johnny, he came out the store and ran. The loud man, aimed with the gun in hand. No warning, no nothing, the boy was toast. At 16 years old, gave up the ghost. He did nothing wrong, and she's all alone. I hear his mama moan over the county phone.
Lil Johnny was only 16 years old, and to my knowledge, this is the first time that his story has ever been told. You see, Johnny was a good boy, bringing to his parents pride and joy. Little did they know that a policeman's bullet his young life would destroy. You see, Johnny lived in a neighborhood where the color of his skin made him the usual suspect. Being stopped by the cops was a common occurrence, and this you can bet. And although he hung out on the corners, he never sold crack, smoked weed, and he never got wet. You see, Lil Johnny had potential. He played baseball and he was very good. And at only 16 years old, 5 pro scouts had visited his house in the hood. You see, Lil Johnny's fastball had been clocked at well over 90 miles an hour. And for those of you that don't know, that's as fast as any pitcher in the Major League Pro. And see, Lil Johnny and his family had dreams about moving out of the hood, sign a fat contract, make lots of money, everything be all good. But one night when it was getting late, Johnny's mom sent him to the corner store, which was only 5 blocks away from his front door. Now Johnny was athletic and 5 blocks was nothing for him to run. He would often time himself just to see how fast he could get it done. But tonight was different. There had been a shootout earlier that day, just 3 blocks away, and that's all I can say. A single shot pierced the silence of the night, and Lil Johnny's limp body lay under the streetlight, in a pool of blood and gasping for breath. As for his young life, he did fight, now surrounded by cops with sirens blaring. And the cop that shot him, hatefully staring, said I told him to stop, but he just kept running. So I pulled out my pistol and I started gunning. A classic example of shoot first and ask questions later. By another man dressed in blue, that where I come from, we nicknamed him the haters. Now Lil Johnny was to survive. You see, the bullet tore through his back and it broke his spine. Now he'll never walk, run, or play baseball again. What a tragic end to a life that was so promising. And as for the cop that pulled that trigger, and in just 2 short years, he had just shot his 4th. Not a day in jail was to be spent. Not a single check was to be sent to help with medical bills or the rent. Now it got me bent. You see, tears still well up in my eyes when I see Lil Johnny in that chair. And I reflect back to the words of the famous poet Langston Hughes. Life for a black man ain't gonna be no pistols there. So let this be a warning for all of you under the sound of my voice. Young black males in the hood are still the prey of choice. Beware of a man that's dressed in blue, because some days they shoot first and ask questions later. That's why where I come from, we nickname them the haters. Like so.
And Lil Johnny, he came out the store and ran. The loud man, aimed with the gun in hand. No warning, no nothing, the boy was toast. At 16 years old, gave up the ghost. He did nothing wrong, and she's all alone. I hear his mama moan over the county phone.
video is not a knock on police officers by any means, but it is an attempt of a poet to raise the awareness level of our society so that we may be able to develop more non-lethal ways to apprehend suspects. After all, a mistake like this the next time could affect someone that you know, Black Snow.